Hello and welcome to Awaz-The Voice. I am Yasmin Khan, and in today's special interview, we have been joined by a very famous guest. You know him in Srinagar because he was all over the news there. So we have been joined by the DC Kulgam, Athar Aamir. So thank you so much, sir, for your
Thank you.
time.
Thank you.
Sir, initially you were in news when you were working as SMC Srinagar, like the smart city work, and you were there in news portals, like everybody was covering your story. So, how is your journey as district magistrate Kulgam so far been?
It's been almost a month.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I have joined here on the 8th of last month.
Mm-hmm.
The experience is quite good. I would say there's a lot of opportunity to work here. It's one of the rural districts of our
Mm-hmm.
union territory.
Mm-hmm.
Almost 93% of the population here is rural.
Mm-hmm.
In contrast to Srinagar, where I
Yeah.
was working earlier, that was almost 96-97% urban.
Mm-hmm.
So the challenges are equally different, but at the same time, I see that the kind of work that has happened in the district uh, in these years, plus the structures that are in place.
Mm.
So there's a lot of good work happening,
Yeah.
and it's a great
So,
to.
as far as Kulgam is concerned, it's also called as the rice bowl. So, also it's very special because of its apple crop. But then, like the farmers here have been complaining about the lack of cold storage facilities. So, are there any advancements we can expect in the coming days?
You have rightly said that economy is something that drives this district,
Hmm.
whether it is rice cultivation or the horticulture, apple cultivation. There's a lot of work happening, especially under one program that is called as Holistic Agricultural Development Program, in
Hmm.
which there's I would say, whether it is horticulture, whether it is agriculture, whether it is in agriculture, rice or maize or wheat cultivation
Hmm.
or a vegetable
Yeah.
cultivation. So there is a lot of advancement happening in almost every sector.
Uh-huh.
For example, in case of apples, we have the conventional apple varieties that are being grown.
Uh,
Now the shift is towards high density
hmm.
cultivation.
The
Similarly,
trellis system.
yes, and
Mm.
in this district, it has picked up in a big way.
Great.
So every year we are having targets, and we're trying to convert more of the conventional like, horticultural cultivation, apple
Mhm.
cultivation, into the high density one. Similarly, when it comes to say sheep husbandry, when it comes to animal husbandry, so again the scope is quite huge,
Mhm.
and in fact this month itself we have almost there are around 1,000 farmers who have got benefits
Uh,
under this holistic agricultural development program. There are a lot of youngsters who are getting involved in fisheries, for example.
mm.
We have at least 98 trout farms which are being operated by private personnel. Similarly, when it comes to animal husbandry or sheep husbandry, again, there are a lot of people who are showing interest
Uh,
into it. Similarly, then we have two important crops. One is garlic and another is red chili, which
mm.
are part of our One District, One Product initiative. And again, the chili and the garlic that is grown in Kulgam is considered to be one of the best. In fact, the chili that is used for garnishing of pizzas,
Okay.
etc., that you find in restaurants.
Mm-hmm.
So the quality and the variety is the standard is of the one which is cultivated
Oh.
here in Kulgam. So again, we are working on its export promotion
Mm.
from that side. Then, as part of I would say the agriculture doesn't work in silos. There's a forward linkage to agriculture. There's a backward linkage to agriculture. Backward in terms of the inputs that come in,
Mm.
whether it is fertilizers, whether it is the pesticides, whether it is the other these they say the root stock or the plant stock that comes in. Again, those supply chains have been put in place.
Mm.
Similarly, when as you said about the cold storage, so there
Yeah.
are again cold chains and cold storage that are developing. A lot of many of them are coming through the subsidies which the government is providing, and
Mm-hmm.
again we're actively pushing for it. Then we have the Kulgam horticulture mandi.
Mm.
It's one of the largest mandis that we have in Kashmir Valley, and every year a huge transaction happens. A lot of apple not only from Kulgam district, from Anantnag and even Shopian and other Pulwama adjacent areas. Apple from those areas also come to the
Mm-hmm.
mandi here in Kulgam, and from here the trade happens, and there are a lot of merchants and dealers from other mandis, including Azadpur Mandi or
Oh.
Mumbai and Ahmedabad Mandi. They come here. So focus is again on streamlining and strengthening that agricultural marketing
Mm-hmm.
side.
Great.
Then from the DIC side, we're again working on we have two industrial estates here. There are smaller ones. Again, the idea is that we should focus more on the food processing and agro processing. So there's a huge scope, and that is again what we are focusing on. All our financial entities, whether it is J&K Bank, whether it is our district industry center, everyone is kind of collaborating together on that. So that's been with respect to the agriculture. So this is in fact one of our major prime, I would say, pillars and prime focus areas in the district.
So initially, sir, you talked about the challenge that this district has. So this district, like if we take into consideration the previous scenario, like the law and order situation was quite worse. So now that you are implementing the developmental modules, how are people responding to them?
People are responding in a, I would say, in a phenomenal way. One big reason is the public outreach. Like in every district, we have this weekly block divas. Besides block divas, almost every week, the district magistrate himself and other senior officials also visit one block at least. In addition to the block divas, so we go to villages, we go to blocks, we reach out to people. Probably the youth engagement, probably the public reach engagement is among the highest as is done in this in this district. And today, before coming here, we were again in an outreach program at Yaripura, one of our blocks, and the kind of response, number of people that come, the number of issues that they raise, and the kind of follow-up that happens subsequently to it, that is built in a huge trust among people. And everywhere we find a huge response. We have a lot of places where, for example, a road was to be constructed, and people come out and they say that we leave our land on our own. We leave the land. Now you just do the mettling or macadamization on top of it. Similarly, many places we have irrigation canals here because there's again important from horticulture agriculture point of view. So the desilting of those canals, they're again done in coordination and consultation, cooperation with local people. They also help us out in that. Similarly, Gram Sabhas is, for example, another important parameter. Whenever Gram Sabhas are held in any of the villages, the kind of participation is again huge. So I would say that people are receiving it in an amazing way.
Yes. So also like this place, like right before the interview, we went to cover one story that was near to that Aharbal waterfall. So this place has the highest potential of tourism. So like what are the measures that need to be taken, and what are you considering doing as far as the tourism sector is concerned?
Again, you're absolutely right. The tourism potential in this district is again huge. Aharbal is just one of the places in the district. Aharbal is famous. A lot of people come here. Last year, around 3.5 lakh people have visited Aharbal. This time also, just last week when the snow was there, and there were thousands of people coming to Aharbal. So there are 3-4 initiatives that are being taken. One is the connectivity. Now, adjacent to Aharbal, we have Chiranbal. Then there is Kausarnar. Similarly, on the other side, we have the DH Pura side. There again, we have a number of amazing meadows and beautiful hills and other places which are yet unexplored. So idea is one, to ensure connectivity, road connectivity to those places also, so that they can become accessible and tourists can go to those places. Second is again telecom connectivity. There are around 29 telecom towers that are in the pipeline. I'm sure, hopeful that in maybe a couple of months, 9 of them will be installed. So that telecom connectivity will also ensure seamless access to these places. Third is again, all of these places have unique points. For some places, they are important from the trekking point of view, adventure tourism point of view, and that is domain specific and area specific tourism. Again, that we are exploring. Important challenge that we have in the district is with respect to the stay. So we already have some homestays, but this time in coordination with tourism department, we are focusing on having a large number of homestays registered all across the district, so that people can come and enjoy local hospitality, especially with the families. Then another side is kind of support to the hospitality industry, support to the hotel industry. We're again exploring ways and supporting people who want to set up hotels in the district. So there are some couple of hotels again coming up in Kulgam town and other places wherever change of land use or other permissions are required. Those we are doing properly so as to ensure that tourism industry, hotel industry also picks up in the district.
Yeah. So like it was in 2nd April 2007, if I'm right. Like this district was separated from Anantnag, and then eventually it became a district in itself. So like it has been really long, but the community like ST community, Gujar Bakarwal community have been often complaining about the drinking water supply or electricity or road connectivity in the hilly regions. So can we expect some kind of improvement in the
Uh,
overall scenario?
there is already, for example, in water supply, because
Mhm.
a lot of our areas, especially Kund belt or DH-Pura belt or any portion beyond Mazgaon or the Herbal side, some portion which is on the Pir Panchal side, some portion which is towards our, say, Shupaya side. A lot of these places had issues with respect to drinking water, but under Jal Jeevan Mission, there is a huge transformation
Change.
happening.
Yeah.
So many of our projects on schemes are under Jal Jeevan Mission, they have been completed, and we're expecting that within a few months we'll
Okay.
complete the remaining of the Jal Jeevan Mission schemes. Around 460 odd crores are being spent on drinking water in the district, which is a huge investment. And once these projects are complete, we're very sure that almost every nook and corner of our district will have clean and potable and safe drinking water in every household.
Yeah.
And already there are a lot of hamlets and a lot of places which it was almost impossible to imagine that you will have water supply to those places. We often visit regularly to those spaces also. There is and again focus on one is the what we call a source development. In many places, the source of the drinking water was a challenge. So
Yeah.
then, in many, at least around 12 places, we're making bore wells and using those bore wells as the sources for water. In most of the other places, it is the existing surface water. Only thing is that we have to connect those sources with the habitations. That is being done. Then the filtration, around 35 rapid sand filtration plants are being built in the district. Then supply network across every village, every hamlet. That's being done. We have already covered around 80% of our households with clean potable water, and within next few months we'll be completing the another 20
Yeah.
22
So,
years.
one important question, like there has been steep rise in drug abuse cases in this district. Unfortunately, that's with the entire valley. But how are you dealing with it?
Uh, in Kulgam, it was of course one of the big challenge, but in past couple of years, the incidence has drastically gone down.
Oh.
There are two, three reasons. One, the police, in coordination with district administration, has taken very strong measures. So wherever there were drug peddlers or places which were seen as part of the drug trade, they have been dealt with strongly. Peddlers have been mostly booked under the relevant sections of the law. A lot of people are in jail in connection with that. Besides, what we've also done is that there is something called as NCOD, National the District Level Coordination Committee for Narcotics.
Okay.
So that meeting happens almost every fortnight in the district also. Then we have Tehsil level committees to monitor it, and now we have also constituted village level committees in every village of the district. Now this village level committee has a mandate to ensure that number one, they keep track of are there any individuals who are indulging into drug peddling, other people who are victims of drug peddling. Second is we had also one issue that in many of the agricultural places the poppy and other cannabis cultivation would happen. So that identification has been done. In fact, last year all the areas where it was reported that there has been some kind of cultivation of these poppy or cannabis, etc. All those places, all those areas, we have kept as a target now under modified seed cultivation program, under a holistic agricultural program. Now we are ensuring that millets and some other crops are definitely grown in these areas. Similarly, our schools, our colleges, it was felt that we have a mechanism for monitoring schools and for monitoring colleges, but not for coaching institutes. But in our district, we now have a mechanism. There's a district level committee and then a tehsil level committee, which also monitors even the private coaching institution with respect to the uh, drug. So we're hopeful that by the end of this year, we'll have almost every gram panchayat declared as nasha mukt in the district. That is the target. Similarly, we have two drug addiction facilities. One of the facility is in a district hospital, which is an OPD facility. Another is we have another drug addiction facility, which is in which we house people or homes over there. The treatment is given on a long-term basis also there. So both of them are functional. We are also ensuring that those victims, those people who have been involved in use of and abuse of these drugs, they are tracked, their follow-up is done so that there is no relapse after they have been treated properly. Similarly, we have also ensured we have around 550 odd pharmacies in the district. So every pharmacy has been mandated that they have a CCTV camera installed. There are certain restricted drugs which cannot be sold without a prescription. And on routine basis, now our teams led by our drug controlling officer in the district, they are doing those visits and inspections in those drug stores also to ensure that no such restricted drug is sold or by the pharmacies.
I think that's a lot of work. So, what is your message out there for the people who are watching you?
Message is that there's a lot of work that has happened in the district. I think the UT administration has done already commendable work here. Almost every village every Gram Panchayat has a play field here. There's so much of, I would say, engagement of youth that is happening. If you look at the roads in Kulgam District, you will find almost every nook and corner has a good, decent quality of roads. The road connectivity is again good. So the message is we're all here to work for you, and we'll do our best to ensure that the issues, the grievances are addressed, the needs are fulfilled. We have also set up a 24/7 control room here. It's going to be made operational from this week onwards, maybe within the next 2 or 3 days. So it's going to work again round the clock. And we'll be sharing all the numbers are already with the people, but we'll be again formally doing a proper IEC campaign for it. So that if you have any issue, you don't need to even come to our offices. If the transformer is not working, it has burned down, there's some other issue, you can simply dial this number of our control room, even in the midnight, and our people and we'll all try our best to ensure that the grievances and things are addressed.
So summing it for today, thank you so much, sir, for your time.
Thank you.